Zambe ungwane Tae yanu lunjayo Yo mbagane kwaveti Shatale uyane Zambe ne umbulo Imbyala doga Ideva elenega Semba alonegwe Je Yesu nguva ide Paneteta ya yonemba ungwanga Iyembe itaene avadenesha Nengo kwelesha yangai Milu Yesu Iyembe aluga aluti ukwele.
Today, the conspiracy of silence will be broken. I'm going to visit Gwase, Akaewa, the district head of Zoro community, Goma local government area of Benue State, where the conflict between the TIV and the Fulanis left hundreds of people dead and vulnerable properties destroyed.
Jine kwa wele ya bakahan sulimba, baling pengamba. Yan hiya, shule yamchi sashe. Ya hitawam ya kusashe. Ya humbadubu. Ya de humbadubu. Yumache. Yumbawe humbadubu.
The Fulani Herdsmen, otherwise known as the Nomadic Fulanis, are persons of the Fulani tribe spread over most of the state in the northern part of Nigeria and other African countries such as Chad, Niger, Sudan, Senegal. Their main occupation is the herding of cattle from place to place all over Nigeria for grazing purposes. They are the major ingredient of this story. While the TIV are local farmers among the various tribes in Benue State whose source of feeding and income is crop farming, through which the Benue State is recognized as the food basket of Nigeria. The TIVs are the second major ingredient of my story. Driving you down the history lane, both TIV and Fulani ethnic groups had an invariable bond that made them accommodate each other for over the years.
We share mlu Fulani yam valu we tiria Fulani pa vulu we bizano kaswa pa udi yam kwagati sekpa sita wasulu mbagwe baka kwa udi yao kwa bwali yakwa tu sebu ame ya uza nege wo kanti udu konena we to anga wo nyo he lugopa na tuna kana kama wajina behene na ha shamlu u Fulani we tiria yange buduwe bekanaka ba ashine kama hajumaya over wulu hitalu uti.
The two ethnic nationalities from history have not had any friction. Frictions began to occur in 1990, but they were at a minimal level of a normal Fulani grazer, a herder of cattle. We at times encroach on the farms of a TIV person and cause damage, and such are settled even among themselves. But as society became more dynamic and complex, these frictions metamorphosed to a larger conflagration. Most particular, they have taken the political and religious dimension, with the quest for territorial expansionism and inbred tendency of obliterating another group from the earth's surface to assume control and ownership of territories that were never ransacked or ravaged by any other person except the people that happen to be there by creation.
And we are living here. It's not that we didn't like our house. We have relationship with Fulani, but I don't know the actual problem that we have problem with Fulani. You understand? We are living here with our parents. Then I'm inside farm with my friends. Then I saw Fulani is destroying my farm. Then I asked Fulani that what happened that I'm here with my people. I'm farming that what happened that he destroyed my farm. Fulani starting shouting at me. Then I come house, I tell my father that what happened to me in the farm. Then my father followed me with my uncle. Then Fulani starting having problem with my uncle. Then destroy our farm. Then we as a thief, na farm, our things that we are doing, you understand? Then as we starting having problem with the Fulani, then they are fighting with us because of they are destroying our farm. We too, we are fighting with them because they are killing us. As we said that they will not destroy our farm, then too they are killing us.
They came around 5:30 in the morning and start shooting. It's from there they killed about four people here that day.
In fact, the impact is devastating. Before 2011, my people had a wonderful settlement and they were really enjoying themselves, big-time farmers. Majority of people here are peasant farmers, and most of their lives they have lived as farmers. And in fact, most of them had built a lot of buildings in their communities, and they were living decent lives until 2011, when the Fulani Herdsmen invaded the place. And this area in particular is part of my constituency. About November 2011, the invasion took place, and there were a lot of destruction, a lot of killings that went on for 3 good years. But unfortunately for us in the community who were affected, the government has not even come in to help them. If you go into the hinterland of this community, you discover that they are living like refugees in their homelands. Benue State is food basket of the nation. But because of the invasion of the Fulanis, I don't think it's no longer the food basket of the nation because the thieves cannot even farm now. If you go to the farm, you're either killed or whatever you do is destroyed by the Fulani, by the cattlemen.
The level of damages, if quantified or changed into monetary value, it will amount to over 100 billion. Because houses were destroyed, farm crops, people were killed, and if the country is talking about agricultural produce, it has been seized for a very long time. And now that these damages have been done, it's not a one-day damage, it's continuously up to this time because the people that were producing all these crops are no more doing it. Because of the fear that the Fulanis or the crisis have instilled in them.
Constructively, I would say that it's the Fulani's encounter with the lush, green vegetation along the coast of the Benue, inhabited by their thief counterparts, that stirred competition, which degenerated into deadly conflicts. I strive to leverage forward, looking efforts in community leaders through targeted interactions in conflict-stricken areas in order to build their capacity to own and address human rights issues, while simultaneously driving relevant regional actors into actions.
From the inception of the crisis to date, I have been providing materials anytime I have something to spare. The reason is that when this crisis started, I wish you were around to see the level at which human beings are subjected to. People will trek over 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, running from the crisis. Some of them will arrive Makurdi half naked, or some communities at the outskirts of Makurdi half naked, without food or anything. And at that time, there was a lot of inflow of materials, foodstuff, clothing, and so on, as relief materials. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I observed from the same community, those items were not reaching those affected.
TIV farmers frown to the Fulani herdsmen grazing and occupation of their farmlands. They react, and the Fulani attacks the farmers' dispersed settlement, killing mostly children and women in cold blood, with the employ of guerrilla warfare using machineries.
Goma was one of the main local governments that were affected by the crisis. But all the local governments that border with Nasarawa and Taraba were badly affected. But because of the location of Goma, Goma is the route where most of these Fulanis come into Benue. And they feel that the grass we have is very good for their livestock. And so in the last 3 years, we have seen them flooding, not the normal Fulanis that we used to have in the years gone by. So they simply flooded the whole area. And as such, if you go around from your deer to, you come right down to the last belt we have in Makurdi local government. They've taken over that land completely. They've displaced the chiefs. Their wives are not there, their children are not there. All the schools are closed down. There are no clinics. It is a place where we have a lot of snakes. Most of the people that are bitten by snake die because we don't have hospitals there to treat. Even basic, AIDS that is normally to be given, you don't have.
It was the turn of the Nzora district on the 3rd of May 2013. The Fulanis flocked Goma local government, feeding on grasses, crop plantations, and economic trees of the TIV farmers. In addition to that, through continuous movement of the farmlands, the cattle pound and compress the soil, making it difficult to till with hoes. This aggrieves the TIV farmers.
We call the security agents, the police, and the vigilante. When they go to their settlement, they will drive them away, they will threaten them. At long last, our people came into meeting that they don't want the Fulanis. The Fulanis should go because there's no area for them to graze. Thereafter, the Fulani reorganized that they are coming to destroy our crops, our houses, and then settle here in order to allow them to graze this area. We heard some rumors that these people are coming today. But God's so kind, we don't know. At times we hear rumors, or people will hear rumors, but we won't see them. So we sat quietly. They brought food for us to eat. Before we could eat, we heard a gunshot. And then, in no time, there was a sporadic, random shooting everywhere. So we all ran. Then these people engulfed the whole of the village and then settled here. This was in May 2013. They started burning village down to Bajimba. With series of efforts to the government, we could not find any solution until 2014, when the federal government sent army to come and rescue us. That the army drove the aggressive militants, remaining some of them, that even now we cannot find peacefully.
I have valid evidence that both parties have lost countless lives, as well as properties, comfort, farming opportunities. The people of Goma, Gwe West, Agatu, and Makurdi local government areas of Benue State are the most vulnerable, as they have fixed settlements.
Fulani baby akagbe sachu timba klampancho ukahanko agana kasuwa kala yalan sha ado na yalaga ba chu yani zuwa ka kete vate na hige aka ayane duwe mi kwa yamba yani duwe mi be eten la klambaga yo mba yana ya tanzan are gon hinge ka kpugete aka alwe kana yo mba mogoncha o van kasuwa pa ka be ban unango she de buru gbele na ka tine kwa jela
yang sileve chawle la yo sileve yebse yo magen ba kwaga mba hilega kyaw kami lene yamilega ire ka ala ha agba nje nongo go sai ochuma kpega
agwe ne she ne ya tabla ge pishi ga nge na masu zuwa na kwa he ne ga pasema nongo zuwa na kwa chuku yo ji abi tabe she hebe ga ka agbenda oluga ya gbenda olu ya ga wa monpa ma de yoga wo va jodu ka so wa shu za de ka so wa she do pishi pagbena go lu ga aka na chi ga run se ko zan yo shi ayo sa hin to hone ba uye mi to de tiom pashin ko ya ka mo gudu ere yo se ne pashin ga benga ton pa ngo no zan se zan be yo semba se sha ka ne pa ka mi duen sembre sha de do la ga na pa e hin ga semba ere ka so wa vo yo ne alo va me ya ba unongo ve yamya ba ba je semba teve ha chu nyi gbena go ga ka za de zuwa ko bo ve zuwa ne ve pa be ka so wa vesela.
Government has never come to the aid of the people. It's difficult. My people are dying in droves. Dying in droves as a result of ailments that would have ordinarily gotten treatment. And the population is fast depleting because diseases have set in. These are shells of expelled ammunitions. As you can see, this is a wreckage of a tractor at one of the fadamas. These are bodies of persons that are mutilated with cutlasses. All these bodies got decomposed. This is a health facility that was destroyed and some properties vandalized all. You can see wreckages of tractors, you see motorcycle. Here is a heap of rice that was awaiting bagging. As you can see them, these are yam tubers in heaps all over the land. And this is a very terrifying picture. A 3-year-old boy was shot with an automatic regulating firearm from the head, and the bullet came out through the genital side. You can see this picture. These are machete cuts. Machete cuts. This one slaughtered like a ram. You can see them. See, here's a picture of a woman, Maggie, slaughtered. This is where they fire at her, cut one of the legs, and then finally she gave up. At the time of the crisis, I went to inspect and see. You can see me with my handset taking a photograph of a murdered subject of my domain. All these pictures are there, you can see them.
We hold the Nigeria government accountable since it is enacted in Section 14, subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. Though every Nigerian citizen has a fundamental right under Section 41, subsection 1 of the Constitution to move freely and reside anywhere in Nigeria, such movement and residence must be in observance of the relevant laws, such as the laws regarding trespass, land ownership and mischief.
Simba gonna see years now, bay you nongana, me do me. By younger you bound non per man, we come when I will woman and got him. You have some cash, man, you buying the one. A young one of a Lou G, isn't it? A say, talk cone is here, me. We had the non course of mutual plan, look at chance, she. Can I say, I go to two, one girl, me. Ngwanungwe machu bunanguga bunamwa yaluluga nasi yemi de kosu simba hidimba be hayaya kwa yanu yana ya basibba dansi yolo sijo ameme siya mba yumba yange telim ne kpeundu memi chichachi silu kije silu yana ya ta apeta bazayo basilu ko tenga ya asijo msigbelu tsasilu yana ta
no na se tsan kishi ajire ya ngba semba minga yo pa bu pese hanu na gbin ha chujen ko se gande ajire tsan o kitchen ba yolo ywe mbaga shigen ka se tsan kulu kitchen.
What these people need most is security. Up to now, they are insecure. There are still some elements of high elements of insecurity. There are points where government should drop a contingent of army or police, mobile policemen, to guide and protect them until things settle down. You discover that most of those affected villages, even though are very close to Makurdi, have no form of road network at all. There are no roads. And so, even if they manage to farm, they cannot even sell some of their produce because of no road network.
And we suggest that the federal government and the state government in conjunction should create a army barrack in between. We are living at the boundary. From here to Nasarawa, it's not even far. We are at the boundary, and every crisis starts from us. In fact, this is about 4th or 5th time of burning our houses.
Goma is essentially an agrarian local government. We produce most of the food, rice, maize, corn, and whatnot. And now that we're not producing, we really don't know what will happen next year, because Benue State is going to have a lot of problem in terms of food shortage. We even have a serious social problem now as a result of this concentration of youth who do not have anything to do.
The government can do good by trying to maybe make provisions for these people. At least compensate them. There should be compensation, because the government is supposed to protect them, didn't protect them. The government should compensate these people. They should create an enabling environment for them to do their farming. Go back to what they used to do best.
Bindangi gao, bibi higbinda. Na alwe iso higbinda la doga kaswa kwa shona yale. Na kwa walu gene ya Fulani maitese veji ma vetem. Gaya fatyoga ajile suluka ha tonchi ya banyolo nshame. Shimba vihe ha manja kwachi.
The high rate of unemployment is still affecting our people. If you go out in town here, you see small children selling pure water, sachet water, which they call pure water. These are children from the village. And that has also increased the rate of robbery in the town. And if you go out, people that are doing Okada now are people from the village. And the high rate of accident has been recorded because they have never been in town. They don't know their rights. They don't know when to overtake or when to negotiate a roundabout. And if the government want to come out with maybe a policy or any way that to give these people soft landing, people are ready to go back.
This is the 21st century. Now what happens is that people who have cows put them in ranches. I think that is the best way of solving this problem, because If there are ranches that are established, these people will have their cows there, our farm will be very different. So there will be no issue of coming to graze in one's farm, thereby causing a lot of havoc. That will be eliminated. So ranches, I think, is the best. Trying to map out areas where these people will be grazing within the TIV community. You know, people who are farming and cows. It's not common to live together without problems.
There are claims that grazing routes and rearing grounds were carved right from Senegal through Nigeria to Sudan. However, the government policy containing the carved routes or grounds has not been barred before, at least to guide farmers observe the carved areas. A bill for a law to guide grazing and allied matters in Nigeria has already undergone first reading, and I advocate an accelerated hearing in view of the increasing clashes between the Fulani herdsmen and farmers in Nigeria as a whole. The affected farmers must, in a matter of urgency, be rehabilitated to enable them resume farming to reduce hunger and poverty, which is currently ravaging them.
I need my people to go back to their various places. I need their children to go back to school. I need them to have healthcare facilities. I need them to be fed. And so wherever the funds are coming from, the funds will be judiciously used. What we want is Aguma must be revived.
The new political administration has made several promises to provide security, and the TIV people are excited that the end to the conflict may be near.